Hey folks, MJB here. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of my Crypto News, where I go over news, topics, recent events in the crypto world that I find most relevant and important that I feel you would like to know about. Before we get into this, please note that this is not financial advice. I'm just simply sharing my opinions. I'm documenting my journey. Don't invest any monies you can't afford to lose. Obviously, do your own research. Feel free to leave comments down below. I like to engage with you folks and answer questions or respond to your comments. Please like, that's the thumbs up on the left. Please subscribe and click that notification bell. That way you'll be notified of all my content immediately. Here we go. In no particular order of importance, Solana. Solana's had problems. They've been down numerous times over the past year and a half or what have you. Now their Mango Markets DeFi platform gets hacked. It has an exploit. This is no good. Not good at all after all of the recent exploits that we've had recently. Watch my prior news videos. This one, they hit them for 117 million. Here's what I wanted to mention though. Here's the real knife in the back, is that the hacker then declared that he wanted a $70 million bug bounty. And so then the DAO, this Mango DAO team, I'm not part of it, I don't really know how that operates, is going to vote. And if it's passed, the hacker would get the bounty and it would be waived any pursuit of a criminal investigation or freezing of any of his funds. That's just beautiful. We'll see how this one plays out, but that's just classic that the hacker then wants a $70 million bug bounty to return the other, whatever, 50 million or whatever. Just classic stuff here. Anyway, thought you might like that one. What else is on my list here? Again, I know in real order. Here, this one's a biggie. You already know about the SEC's battle with Ripple. Watch my prior news videos. But now the SEC is attempting to claim jurisdiction over the entire Ethereum network. That's not good. The SEC claims, this is their allegation, that because of the majority of the Ethereum network's validating nodes are located within the US, that this gives the entire network, it makes the entire network subject to US laws. That's not good. I'm not sure if this is going to fly. I don't know how this one's going to play out, but this one's going to be very interesting. It's basically the SEC's push, towards greater regulatory oversight, over crypto in general. And the outcome of this particular matter, that's going to have significant implications. On top of that, you've got other chains that are layer 2s or forks or what have you of ETH, like Binance Smart Chain, Polygon, pulsechain coming out that we're all super excited about. This could have a major effect on all of those because of their relationship to Ethereum if the SEC wins this allegation and claims jurisdiction. This is no good, so I'll keep you folks posted on this one too as it progresses. Let me see here. Again, I know in particular order. One of the projects that I really like is BNBPot. It began as PulsePot. That's what you sacrifice for. But because of the delays with pulsechain, they elected to go ahead and launch their first version of it on Binance Smart Chain, which has been spectacular. The price has been ranging anywhere from $17 to $20. It's just bouncing around as it finds discovery. But the games are going to launch. The first games will launch this Tuesday coming up. But I wanted to mention that one of the newer cryptos that was launched was Zen, which I've mentioned before. But BNBPot is going to have an auction for their latest roulette wheel, which is now the Zen roulette wheel. And this is exciting because it brings those two communities together for one thing. It gives Zen a use case to be used to play with on that particular roulette wheel. It's just a great aspect. It's just continued growth. I give a thumbs up to PulsePot and BNBPot for doing what they're doing, and just wanted to bring this to your attention. What else do I got here on my list? TRON. TRON's native tokens were recently authorized as a digital currency of Dominica. Okay? Of Dominica. which is a Caribbean island. They're their own republic. But it's now going to be those TRON tokens, the native tokens, are going to be legal tender and accepted as a medium of payment for that country. Again, this is just another illustration of how this is becoming mainstream, how it continues to grow just a little bit by little bit. You'll be able to use transaction fees for all transactions from those from using the tokens are not considered a capital tax gain. Wouldn't that be great if it was like that here in the U.S. and abroad? But again, it just shows how they're doing it to better integrate and build their diversified economy. I don't know much about that country, but maybe this can't hurt. Maybe it makes them prosper. Who knows? What else do I got here? It looks like the new CPI and inflation was recently released here in the U.S. And I guess the prices rose 8.2% over the prior year. And immediately the markets dropped. Then there was a huge rise. And now today, the markets are down a little bit. It's just bouncing around. And it's very hard to get a grasp on when this bearish market is going to end, when the bulls are going to take over. I can't predict it. All I could do is continue to watch and hope. Been waited for a long, long time. I think mid-November is going to be one full year of the bear market. So, and the last time we had a bear market, it was in crypto. It was also a year. So hopefully things will start to turn for the better. Keep our fingers crossed. Let's see here. What else do I got on my list? Want to zip through this here. Animal Farm. I've mentioned it before. It's launching on Tuesday, the 18th, which is coming up here very soon. It starts early next week. This is just going to be huge. It's going to be one of the biggest things in DeFi going forward. There's going to be a lot of total locked value. It's going to surpass 100 million. It's probably going to go way, way past that. I guess recently Yahoo Finance had an article on their newsreel about this particular project. So that's great exposure. They're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars to promote this, including popular Twitter people and YouTubers and Facebook influencers, things like that. So this is going to really pop. I'm just mentioning it again because the launch is coming up. The price of pigs is slowly increasing. So if you're interested, check out animalfarm.app. Certainly do your own research. Don't risk any money you can't afford to lose, but you may want to participate. Watch my prior video on Animal Farm. I give a little tutorial on how to use the system in a simple way, not a very complex way. You could certainly make some nice yield. The yield's going to be beautiful. Watch my prior video on Drip. It shows you how to take advantage of that system also. Again, if you're looking to learn about some other projects, check out those videos on Animal Farm and Drip. You may just like them, and you may want to potentially consider participating. What else do we got here? Related to Drip is, how do I explain this? Imagine, you know how you go to the gas station or when you go to the market, you can get scratcher tickets and you pay $1 or however much they are, and you scratch them off and you see if you win. Okay, and it's like a lottery style thing, and it supports probably the school systems or building roads or whatever the money's being raised for by that particular entity. Well, imagine digital scratchy tickets. They're going to be coming out, and it's going to be a product of this Drip Animal Farm ecosystem. Apparently, they're already created and ready to go. It's just a matter of them launching them, but they're holding off on the launch because they first want to launch this Animal Farm ecosystem. And then down the road, within the next month to 2 months, they're going to be launching these scratchy tickets. The real cool thing about it is that if you're an influencer or a rock and roll star or whoever you are, you could reach an agreement with Drip, with this particular entity, and you can have the tickets in your, how do I say this? They'll be themed for you. So let's say you're a big influencer, you're J-Lo or Tom Brady or BitBoy or whoever you are. You could have your own version of those scratchy tickets that you could then advertise on your site or however you put out your social media, and then they'll be seeing them in your themed version, in your image, that particular, those particular scratcher tickets. Of course, they're all part of the entire, system. But so these influencers, they'll get a share of all the monies raised. And here's the other really key thing that I find really cool about these scratchy tickets when they come out. First of all, they're going to boost the price of Drip, which is going to be great because some of the proceeds are going to be used to buy and burn Drip. But What's great about them also is that when you digitally scratch it off and you lose, well, if you win, you redeem it right there. But if you lose, you could then stake your losing ticket and then earn a percentage of the yield generated by all the sales. And it's how do I explain this? And there's a decay. So the ticket, you don't just stake it forever. There's a time decay on it. I don't know what it's going to be. Let's say it's a few months. And then after that few months, that stake ticket then no longer earns yield. So guess what? You're going to buy another one. And if it loses, you'll then stake that one for its time decay to earn yield. So how great is that? You've got digital scratchy tickets that if you win, fantastic. Imagine the news and publicity if somebody won $100,000 or $10,000 on a scratchy ticket. People are going to love that and want to try to win their own. And then also imagine being able to stake the ones that are losers to earn yield and win and participate in your share of all the yield and profits from the fees and the earnings from the sales of these tickets. It's just a great idea. I'll talk about it more when it gets closer and it's going to be coming around. They're still holding off on it because of the animal farm being launched. But I just wanted to mention it, that this is going to be huge. And it's going to be something that's going to really, really help to pump the system. I'm excited about it. I'll keep you folks posted. Those are the main things I wanted to hit before we go into this weekend. I'll come back early next week to cover all the stuff that happened over the weekend. Again, please quickly hit that like. Please quickly hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. Again, none of this was financial advice. I'm just simply sharing my opinions and thoughts, trying to get the information out to you folks. Hope you enjoyed this. Until the next time.